It's your girl, Bondy Blue, and yes, I am back with another look, bitch. Yes, shout out to Done by Jen on Instagram. It's Jennifer Bell who set my braids off yesterday all because she loves me, and I appreciate her, and I love her. She also gave me these beautiful flowers. Do you see them? I had to scoot over so y'all can see them. My beautiful flowers, yes. Thank you, Jen. Y'all follow her, okay? Go follow her on Instagram right now. Y'all can also go hit up this girl who did my extensions, my lash extensions today. I just came from getting them done. Y'all follow her on Instagram as well. Her Instagram name is Eyes of Royalty, E-Y-E-Z of Royalty on Instagram. Kima, that's her name. It's because it was my first time going. I love it. I love lash extensions. I am never getting individuals again. I am tired of things pulling on my eyelashes, y'all. It's so much pain. But anyway, I am back, and I am back for American Horror Story, The Apocalypse. Yes, y'all were asking. I watched it, and I was like, all right, I could do it. So the episode starts off with this lady named Coco who is getting her hair laid by her hairstylist. And she gets a phone call from her parents after everybody starts getting these little messages and alerts on their phones saying that missiles are coming towards LA, all right? The apocalypse is here. The world is ending. They bombing us, all right? And I just always like, well, who's bombing? Who's bombing? Why are they bombing everywhere? And who wants the world filled with radiation? Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Either way, we're in the midst of the apocalypse. Everybody is going batshit crazy. Now, the hairstylist was ear hustling for dear God when he heard Coco's parents call her from Tokyo and tell her that there was a spot and she needed to get to the airport because there were 4 spots left for her and she could be safe because they was already in Hong Kong and it was too late for them. And then she watches her parents got bombed with her little brother. The shit blew up and her phone cut out. So she get in a car. She hurry up. She call her husband or her old man, whichever. He couldn't make it, all right? So then we see the hairstylist roll up. At first it was her and her assistant. Her assistant is one of the girls that's always in the Ryan Murphy stuff. You know, she was in Coven, and I think she was in Scream, like the girl, Queen, the Scream Queen show. She was on that. But either way, everybody is heading to the airport. Everybody's going crazy. We're killing people. I'm like, why y'all killing people? Like, make me understand. I don't understand. Okay, so the hairstylist going to get his rich grandmother, all right, who is giving us Liz Taylor's vibes, all right? He gets her, and they head over to the airport because, look, her old man wasn't going to make it, and she had a spot, okay? They had to kill people who was trying to jump on the plane with her, and then when they got on the plane, y'all, nobody was driving the plane. The plane was just out here controlling itself. We don't know where they're going, but they're going somewhere. They look out the window, and you can see everything imploding, apocalypse, people dying. It's scary, it's terrible. And then you remember that you're just watching television, and you just look outside and be happy that the grass is green and the air is warm, and we still all alive today with no radiation in the atmosphere. Thank you. Y'all, I hate apocalyptic shit. That shit like works my nerves because you know there's some crazy motherfucker out there like trying to figure out ways to kill everybody. And the apocalypse is just whenever that happens. And I hope I'm long gone. You know what I'm saying? That's what I pray for. Either way, we hop skip over to a family who is just finding out about everything. They're in their home, mom, dad, older brother, younger brother, all right? The older brother named Timothy just found out that he got into the college that he's been trying to get into. Then his dad comes inside. Have y'all been watching the news? And they turn on the news and we see the newscaster signing off and saying that, you know, they're telling us to evacuate if my kids are watching Daddy Loves You, and the shit cuts out. And we saw that at the hairstylist. We saw that. So they are now coming to the realization that the world is ending. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Some black suits bust into their house and we like, what the fuck is going on? Well, apparently the oldest son, Timothy, did an Ancestry.com thing and sent his DNA in. And when he sent his DNA in, I guess they tested it and found out that he had ideal DNA. He had the best genetics, and they were there to take him off so that he could survive with the rest of the people who was paying big money to have somewhere to go to survive, all right? And he's like, no, I'm not leaving my parents. I'm not leaving my little brother. And his people was trying to like stop them at first, but when the daddy realized that it was like full military garb on these people, he was like, you know what? Just hug us goodbye. We love you, son. Like, it broke my heart. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how y'all start off an episode so fucking heavy and try to make it move so fast that we don't see that something terrible just happened as the world is ending and I just got kidnapped so I could live and I know my parents and my little brother dead now. That shit right there is heavy and they just totally glazed over that like that wasn't so fucked up. But anyway, so they take him. And they take him to this, first of all, it seemed like a prison at first, like a holding cell where he meets this cute little black girl whose name I haven't figured out yet. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the first episode. We'll get there. Either way, cute little black girl in prison too. Then they get put in suits and they get driven to this place where they just get like, you know, dropped off like, all right, go in the gate. Bye. You know, the people who picked them up originally was just like, bye, nigga, and left them at the gates. So they go in, and there's a man standing there in full suit. At least it seemed like it was a man. He gets them to come inside. They go through all of the process of making sure they don't have any radiation on their body. And that's when we meet Miss Venable, okay? Miss Venable is running the show, apparently. She's really annoying to me, okay? And there are rules. Apparently, this prison society is ran by a group of visionaries called the Cooperative, okay? Now, we don't know who the Cooperatives are, but we know that Miss Venable is not a cooperative. She explains that there are the purple, which are the elites, and there are the grays, which are the servants. And I'm like, really? We're taking it back? Also, there are no electronics, no phones, no social media, because Miss Venable feels like that's what ruined the world in the first damn place. I'm like, message. So they can't leave, they can't go outside, and there is absolutely no copulation unless you want to get shot in the back of the head execution style like the little couple that was there when they were entering the grounds. Two people were on the ground being shot in the back of the head. I'm like, so you copulate in a time of stress, the world is ending, and y'all are mad because people are fucking? What is this? What is this? The whole time they were showing us like the rules and the outposts and what it is, I was like, see, I would have rather just died with the rest of the world. Like, the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, no, I would have wanted to die in a blast, like me and my people together. You know, I love y'all. I see y'all on the other side. Like, blast, we good. I don't want to stay and be governed by an ungoverned state. Like, I don't want to be ruled by a bitch named Miss Venable who feels like, you know, now that the world is over, she can remake shit and tell other people what the fuck to do. Like, I just can't. I don't want to. And I also don't want to be scared of whatever the fuck was created when people were left out there and they didn't die and all the radiation and whatever they turned into. Like, I ain't got time. Like, I have already determined if the apocalypse is coming, bitch, kill me. Let me be dead with everybody else. Okay, I'm not killing myself like I saw some people doing, jumping off of buildings and shit. No, we're not doing that. But ain't nobody got time to be sitting up here being ruled by motherfuckers. I'm African American. I've already been ruled when the shit was good. I damn sure ain't about to be ruled when the shit bad. Miss Venable would have had me fucked up. I'm just saying, y'all. Miss Venable would have had me all the way fucked up. It'd have been like, girl, all right, yeah, shoot me, I'm straight. So Timothy is taking a shower, and in the steam, we see a 666 on the mirror. And I'm like, what in the absolute fuck does that mean? Is this the devil? Like, are we in the swallows of hell? Did we die and now we're in hell? Like, what's happening? I thought that this was supposed to be a cross between the Covenant Murder House. What is happening here? So everybody gets dressed in these beautiful velvety garbs for dinner, all right? So Timothy and his girls join the rest of the group, which just so happens to be Coco's hairstylist, grandma, and Coco's assistant, who is great. She's not purple, she's gray, she's a servant. She finds an issue with that. I'm like, why do y'all need servants? Everybody can just take care of their fucking self. Make your own food. Like, how about y'all have turns? Think more commune. All right, less prison. Whatever. However, they having dinner. And we meet the extras, okay? One of the extras is Dinah Stevens. Apparently, she was like an Oprah figure. So at dinner, Coco is complaining about the lack of substance, okay? They give them these little cubes that have all of the vitamins and everything that they need to stay alive in these little cubes. And she's flipping out. I wanted fucking Gordon Ramsay in here to cook me dinner. All the money we're paying for this shit. This is ridiculous. Miss Venable comes in and smacks the absolute shit out of her and tells her, look, bitch, we only have 18 months worth of food. So sit the fuck down and take what we giving you, okay? And then Kathy Bates comes in looking real bush lesbian like the girl from Orange is the New Black. Y'all remember her. All right? And she has this little radiation meter. And she says there's been a spike in this room. So she's going around the table. And we like, oh shit, who has more radiation than they should have? Which means you broke the rules and went outside. But I'm like, who the fuck wants to go outside? It looks like shit outside. Nobody's going outside. And y'all would know if somebody went outside because the building is like a maximum security prison. So how the fuck you didn't know if people was leaving the premises? That's some bullshit right there. But the two people that had the radiation was the hairstylist and this little gay dude. They have a little gay couple, an interracial gay couple, and the white part of the interracial gay couple gets taken. They get brought to this room, and it looks like concentration camp type shit where they showered them and killed them. Like, that's what it looked like. So they basically cleaned them brutally with these huge brooms. I'm like, that's what you clean people with? Where the fuck y'all got that from? Y'all mean to tell me y'all couldn't scrub them like with regular body things? Like, that's not for your body. That's for the fucking ground. What are you doing, Miss Venable? This looks like torture to me, bitch. It looks like torture. And it was torture, all right? So the hairstylist, he was clean, but the gay guy, he wasn't clean. He was like, oh my God, I can't go through another cleaning like that. And Kathy Bates is like, oh, you don't have to. And then she blows his fucking brains out all over the hairstylist's face. It was gross. They take it back to the dinner, and you know the other half of the interracial gay couple is just so upset and crying and pissed off, you guys. And then we see Miss Venable and Kathy Bates meeting each other in her room all on a low. And they wearing purple pretty garb and shit. And they all excited talking about how Miss Venable got a little tingly every time she watched one of them scream. Every time she watched one of them get taken away, she was turned on by it. So apparently she and Kathy Bates are running this cooperative situation by themselves, but the main cooperative doesn't know anything about it. They don't know what they're doing. They didn't set any of these rules. They didn't say treat the people bad like this. None of that shit. But Miss Venable obviously is a sociopath and a fucking murderous killer in her other life. And Kathy Bates is somebody who's worked for the cooperative and military services for a very long time. They pay her bills. So they in there playing cards and shit like it ain't nothing. And she's kind of uncomfortable with what they doing because the cooperative doesn't know about it. And Miss Venable is like, fuck the cooperative. Don't worry about them. We're the only ones that matter. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's what you think. Okay, something tells me the cooperative got cameras and microphones and everything. Ain't nobody paying for all of this shit if they don't have eyes and ears on these different places, especially if they have people in them that paid all of that money. Like, nah, it ain't gonna go down like that. So they go to dinner the next night, and it seems as if they're like being fed Stu, and we mean Stu the gay guy. Like, it seems as if they're being fed well. They usually get little cubes, and this time for dinner, they're rolling in bowls of stew with meat in it, and we're like, what the fuck? And then people are pulling bones out of their mouth, and we all know animal bones have color to them. It seems as if these bones don't have any color. They look white, like regular people bones. And dude pulled out a finger and was like, oh my God, this looks like a finger. And everybody starts throwing up. Because apparently he's sitting up there eating his old man, his dead old man. What kind of shit is that? Everybody starts to flip out. Except for the hairstylist, Grandma. Fake Liza Minnelli didn't give a fuck, okay? She didn't care. She thought it was delicious. She said it was white meat chicken. Bitch, you know that wasn't no white meat chicken. We know how chicken tastes, and we all know that when somebody's sitting up there talking about, oh, this is delicious, I've never tasted meat like that. It's probably human. I've seen way too many Hannibal Lecter movies, television shows, and all kind of shit for me to just be out here thinking that a meat I've never seen or heard of before that's this delicious ain't human. Especially when we haven't seen Stu's body. And his little boyfriend was flipping out. He was like, you are terrible. And Miss Venable was like, come on. We crossed the line at eating humans. I'm like, bitch, please. I don't believe that at all. I believe that that's stew and that's stew. So they're all in the library after dinner, I guess, drinking, listening to the same song that's been playing since they got there. And then all of a sudden, the song changes. And the hairstylist guy thinks this is a message from the cooperative saying that somebody is going to come and save them. So everybody gets all their hopes up. And 18 months go by. And still, no one has come to save them. They've cut them little cubes in half, and Miss Venable tells them that they're going to cut it down to 1 meal a day. And Coco is like, what are you trying to fucking starve us? And it's like, oh girl, you're gonna starve anyway, honey. It's the apocalypse, you know, it's radiation. You can't grow anything. There are no animals. Like, if they didn't ration it, you don't have it, honey. I don't understand why you wouldn't have a garden. I was thinking that the whole time. So you mean to tell me you thought of everything except for a greenhouse? Like, that was the only thing you didn't think of? Like, you definitely should have an inside greenhouse in order to continue to grow things. Like, I don't know. I guess they didn't watch Netflix specials. So upon the understanding that we taking it down to 1 meal a day, the hairstylist flips the fuck out and he's like, I would have rather died out there with everybody else. Like, what y'all gonna do? You know, like, you ain't gonna do shit anyway. And that's when we get the alarms going off. Somebody is on the premises. So they go outside to meet this guy. He has 2 horses. He's pulling up. It's all dramatic. We're like, who the fuck is that? Apparently his name is Langdon Michael. Langdon Michael is there to see Miss Venable. Apparently, he's from the cooperative, and he looks very vampire-ish, okay? Very Anne Rice bookish, okay? He talks to Miss Venable about how the other 3 outposts that they have been ran over and taken over. And I'm like, taken over by who? Like the people inside, or like whoever is on the outside, the zombies that are on the outside? Did they take it over? Either way, he came to see, out of all the people who are in this outpost, who would be ideal to join them at the sanctuary. Apparently there's a sanctuary with 10 years worth of food for everybody. So he says he can either take everybody or take no one. So he's there to decide who stays and who goes. And shit is getting creepy. So yeah, you guys, that was the first episode of season 8 of American Horror Story, The Apocalypse. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Follow the girls that zit me up today. You know, done by Jen and Eyes with a Z of Royalty. Yes, lavish aesthetics. Get it together, bitches. I love you. See you in the next one.